Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Wednesday, the 17th of July, and while normally I stick with basics facts, and occasionally on my videos I do veer into theories and rumours and gossip on social media, I generally do normally stick with the facts on the videos. This one is slightly different because I actually think that this needs a little bit more light shining on it. Now cast your minds back to February 2020. This was in the absolute media storm of when Harry and Meghan left the royal family, and there was that juxtaposition with the Sussex Royal brand. This was when they were kind of saying to the royal family, we have a right to use the word and branding of Sussex Royal. And then the royal family, specifically the Queen, claps back and says, no, you can't use the word royal. Then there was the old, yes, we can, you don't own the word royal, and all of that malarkey. I did do a video on it where the Queen officially bans Sussex Royal use, but Meghan will fight back. That was the video that I did on the 21st of February 2020. I've popped a link up in the right hand corner if you would like to go and revisit that. It caused a huge amount of controversy, and in a nutshell, basically they weren't allowed to use the wording or branding Sussex Royal. They had spent a lot of time kind of tweaking and perfecting their Instagram. There was also controversy because they stole the username Sussex Royal from a Coventry football fan. There was no warning or anything like that, just swooped in and took it from him. Now, that also caused a huge amount of controversy too. But the general consensus was that they weren't allowed to use Sussex Royal, and Harry and Meghan clapped back and basically said that neither Queen Elizabeth nor the UK government owns the word royal internationally. And this, at the time, was quite sensational because it was as if they were like a slap in the face to the royal family going, it's ours, we're going to use it, no, 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 no. Ultimately, they didn't use it because it was in the actual agreement with regards to the Sandringham Summit that they just couldn't use the Instagram account. And Sussex Royal didn't stop them from keeping up their website, sussexroyal.co.uk, which incidentally is still going. And there lies the kicker. An interesting Crazy Days and Nights blind appeared yesterday. Now, I've spoken about Crazy Days and Nights on this channel many times. The person that runs it is called NT, and he is a very well connected entertainment lawyer in Hollywood. And a lot of this predictions, or they're called blind items, and they don't ever actually name the person, but he always has nicknames for people. Like the illiterate one is Meghan Markle, MM, and he calls Harry the ginger one because, well, obvious. So yesterday up popped a blind item which said the illiterate one, i.e. Meghan Markle, is in talks to use a brand name she has been prohibited by her family from using. Now, the only conclusion that I can come up with, and it is the most logical conclusion, Occam's razor theory, is the word royal, Sussex Royal, because we know that they have been prohibited from using that branding. So by a process of elimination, it has to be either the word royal or both royal and Sussex, as in Sussex Royal. Now, we know that she is currently in the process of starting and building the American Riviera Orchard conglomerate. I use that word in a very sarcastic way because it's not really done very much, has it? Because but should we have a look how many Instagram followers they have right now? I'm gonna go sidebar here and just do a complete weird tangent because I think this is really important to the story, but it's also very interesting. Shall we have a look how many kind of followers she's got on Instagram, shall we? 617,000. Groundbreaking, hey? Maybe it's because she's done bugger all to promote it, other than trying to flog jam and dog biscuits. Sorry. She's not flogging, she's gifting it. Anyway, she's also apparently filming the cooking / gardening / lifestyle / throw everything but the kitchen sink at it TV show. And here's why I think this blind is important. I think that without the title royal, that is going to bomb. And I think Netflix know it too. That small little 5-letter word is worth so much more than anybody can imagine. The title royal brings the big bucks. Meghan knows it, we know it. Now, she also knows that the titles have a significant sway, but because of their behaviour and the fact that they're no longer allowed to use HRH, also kind of diminishes that fact. They have overused their titles, so they're now actually meaningless and almost laughable when they insist on their titles being used, because it is preposterous, egocentric, egotistical, and highly self-absorbed. But what I'm trying to get at is that because they have insisted that their titles be used on everything. I mean, look at her book, The Bench. It didn't actually have what the book was called on the very spine of the book, but it had her title. How egotistical can you get? Anyway, the point is that 4-letter word royal means everything. It is the stamp of approval. They've been told not to use it, but now we're hearing on the grapevine that this is what they want to do, and this is the direction that they want to do. Bear in mind, we have a change of monarch. When the Sandringham Summit was agreed, and that it was agreed within that summit that they would not be allowed to use the word royal or Sussex royal, we had the Queen on the throne. We now have Harry's father, King Charles. Will he be more lenient with regards to them being able to use the word royal? Now we know that Prince William has become the Prince of Wales and has a very strong handling on the navigation and the direction that the royal family are going in. I don't think Prince William will allow this. My worry is that King Charles will. If they get to use the word royal, it could be a game changer with regards to Harry and Meghan. Not from the people that are critical of them. We'll always see them for what they are, but for brand deals. But of course, this won't make a blind bit of difference because they are both toxic. But you've got to remember what's inside her head. You've got to think like a malignant narcissist. In her head, royal, the word royal, is exactly what needs to happen. They are both very much aware that they are toxic and that people don't want to be associated with themselves, or certain people don't want to be associated with themselves. Just look at the award, the Pat Tillman Award. Harry knew it was written all over his face as he went up onto that stage that he shouldn't have been there. But hey, gimme, gimme, gimme. I have a theory about this. I really don't think that she/they will be stupid enough to use the name royal. But I think this has been planted via the Sussex camp themselves. Because over the past couple of months, there has been zero noise from the royal family with regards to Harry and Meghan. They ain't playing. They don't want to get down and dirty with Harry and Meghan anymore. They just want it to stop. They don't want to have to play out in the media that he said, she said kind of nonsense anymore. It's what's happening in the royal family is far more important than those two stateside. With King Charles and Princess Catherine both going through treatment, the noise does not matter from California. And there lies the issue, is that over the past 4 years since Harry and Meghan have left the family, it's always been noise from their side, and that the royal family are expected to respond. And in some instances, they have responded. But I firmly believe the royal family is now locked down with regards to Harry and Meghan. There will be no discussing them. They don't want to hear it. They've got far more important things to worry about. Let them do what they want to do, so long as it doesn't bother them. As soon as it starts to bother them, they're expected to actually deal with the situation. Now, it's almost like poking a bear, isn't it? You poke, 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 until the bear stabs and swipes you. Harry and Meghan are getting zero noise from the royal family. In fact, they have publicly said that they had to learn about Catherine's diagnosis via the news. Can you imagine how that felt to them? I'm not feeling sympathy or sorry for Harry and Meghan. They have put themselves squarely in this situation, but they want a response from the royal family. And if this happens, it is purely to provoke the royal family into a media frenzy yet again, because that brings attention. And what do narcissists always crave? They crave the oxygen supply that attention brings. It is a narcissist's supply for attention. That's my theory anyway. Do I think that they are stupid enough to use the word royal? Sometimes, yeah, I do actually. I think she's stupid enough to want to claim it again, even though she's been categorically told that she can't. Maybe she thinks that, hey, new monarch, new era, let's try it again, shall we? And poke that bear. My question to you, dear listener, is if this is true and that she is wanting to attach the word royal to any brands that she wants to move forward, what do you think the likely reaction will be from the new monarch, King Charles? Will he mirror his mother's request for them to not use the word royal? Or do you think he'll just go, well, what harm will it do? And if they are able to use the word royal, do you think that it will change the toxic credibility that they have built around them? And always remember that Meghan Markle herself that said that she would like to be linked, not ranked. And if royal isn't being ranked, then I don't know what is. But like in every single video that I do, it is your opinion that matters. What do you all think? As always, let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.